My precious soul, stop for a moment, because what you are about to hear is not random. It is not coincidence. And it is not a message for everyone. On March 17th, Archangel Michael says, I need your 2 minutes only. And heaven rarely speaks with urgency unless something serious is unfolding in the unseen realm. 3 angels are standing near you right now, observing your body, discussing something that could shift your health tonight. This is not to create fear. This is to awaken you. There is a conversation happening in the spiritual atmosphere about you. Yes, about your body. About the stress you have been ignoring. About the exhaustion you keep pushing aside. About the strange signal your body has been whispering that you keep dismissing as nothing. And Archangel Michael stepped forward. Archangel Michael does not interrupt without purpose. He is the defender, the protector, the commander of heavenly armies. When he says, I need your 2 minutes only, it means intervention is at hand. It means something can still be prevented. It means heaven is offering you a shield before the arrow reaches you. March 17th is marked. Not by accident, not by chance, but by alignment. Earlier today, you may have felt something unusual. Maybe a wave of tiredness that felt deeper than normal. Maybe your chest felt tight for a brief second. Maybe your head felt heavier than usual. Or maybe you simply felt emotionally drained without explanation. That was not random. 3 angels began discussing the strain your body has been under. One spoke about your heart, not just the physical heart, but the emotional burdens you carry in silence. Another spoke about your nervous system, how anxiety has been quietly overworking your body. The third spoke about your sleep, how your rest has not truly been rest. And tonight something could escalate if you continue ignoring the signs. But listen carefully. This message is not a sentence. It is a warning with mercy attached. Archangel Michael is not announcing disaster. He is announcing protection. If you align now, there is a buildup of pressure around you. You have been strong for everyone else. You have shown up when nobody showed up for you. You have held responsibilities without complaint. But your body has been absorbing the cost. Your body is loyal. It has been carrying you through battles you never speak about. But tonight it needs attention. Heaven is saying, slow down. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. There is a moment tonight where your body will either receive peace or react to pressure. That moment is small. It may look like a simple choice. Whether to rest or to overthink. Whether to hydrate or to ignore thirst. Whether to release stress or scroll endlessly while your mind races. Small decisions. Big consequences. Archangel Michael is standing as a guardian at that decision point. And here's the mystery. Something serious was attempting to manifest. A sudden health scare. A spike in pressure. A wave of dizziness. A panic response. But because this message reached you, the timeline can shift. Heaven does not expose without offering escape. You have been sensing something is off lately. Even if doctors said you are fine. Even if reports look normal. There is an energetic imbalance that needs correction. And correction begins with awareness. The angels are not accusing you. They are concerned for you. Your body has been fighting silent battles. Inflammation from stress. Fatigue from emotional overload. Tension from unspoken fears. And you keep telling yourself, I will deal with it later. But March 17th is not later. It is unchecked. Archangel Michael says, give me your 2 minutes only. Why 2 minutes? Because 2 minutes of conscious alignment can break hours of unconscious stress. 2 minutes of prayer can calm a storm forming in your nervous system. 2 minutes of deep breathing can reset what was about to spiral. Do not underestimate small obedience. Right now, as you listen, something is already shifting. The fact that you did not scroll away means your spirit recognized urgency. The fact that your heart feels slightly alert right now is not fear. It is awareness activating. Tonight, your assignment is simple. Listen to your body. Drink water. Rest earlier than usual. Step away from unnecessary tension. Speak peace over yourself. Say this quietly: my body is under divine protection. Because the angels are adjusting something. One of them just said, it can be softened. What was going to feel intense can become mild. What was going to escalate can dissolve. What was going to alarm can pass quietly. But alignment is required. Do not treat this message casually. You are not being warned to panic. You are being invited to cooperate with protection. Archangel Michael's sword is not raised in destruction. It is raised in defense. And tonight, that defense surrounds your health. You are not alone in this moment. Heaven is closer than you think. The discussion about your body is not gossip. It is guardianship. And this is only the beginning of what is being revealed. The next revelation will uncover what triggered this spiritual alert in the first place and why March 17th carries a deeper spiritual code connected to your physical condition. Are you ready for what heaven is about to uncover? Chosen vessel, breathe deeply for a moment, because what is being uncovered now explains why March 17th was marked in the spiritual realm long before you ever noticed anything unusual in your body. Here is a pattern that heaven hath been watching, not to judge you, but to guard you. Earlier, I told you 3 angels were speaking about your body. Now you must understand what triggered their concern. Over the past few weeks, you have been carrying a silent weight. You smiled in front of others, but internally you have been processing stress, uncertainty, and emotional strain. Your mind has not been resting even when your body was still. And when the mind refuses to rest, the body eventually responds. Archangel Michael stepped into this conversation because the buildup reached a threshold. When emotional pressure crosses a certain point, it begins to manifest physically. Tight muscles, irregular sleep, sudden fatigue, moments of dizziness, rapid heartbeat without clear cause. These are not random symptoms. They are signals. March 17th is significant because it represents a tipping point. There are days in the calendar that carry spiritual intersections. This is one of them for you. It is not about superstition. It is about timing. Tonight, your body will either release accumulated stress or react to it. That is why the message came with urgency. One of the angels spoke about your nervous system. It had been on alert for too long. You have been in survival mode without realizing it. Even when nothing dramatic was happening, your body behaved as if it was preparing for battle. That constant readiness drains strength. It weakens immunity. It disrupts balance. Another angel revealed something deeper. There is unexpressed emotion stored within you. Words you never said. Tears you held back. Anger you swallowed. Disappointment you pretended did not matter. The body remembers what the mouth does not speak. And tonight, that stored emotion could surface as physical discomfort if not released gently. Archangel Michael's presence is not accidental. He guards transitions. And this is a transition moment. If you choose awareness tonight, the buildup will dissolve gradually. If you ignore it, your body may force you to slow down. Listen carefully. This is not a threat. is mercy. Heaven always whispers before it allows a shout. You may notice subtle sensation this evening, a heaviness in your limbs, a wave of unusual tiredness, a need to sit down suddenly. Do not resist it. Do not push through it. That is your body asking for alignment. Drink water slowly. Step away from unnecessary noise. Avoid emotional confrontation tonight. Choose peace intentionally. Even dimming the lights earlier than usual can help your nervous system settle. Small actions create large protection. And here is something important. Fear weakens the body faster than stress. Do not allow fear to enter your thoughts after hearing this. The angels are not predicting disaster. They are preventing it. There is a difference. Archangel Michael is positioning a shield over your physical health. But shields cooperate with wisdom. If you overexert yourself tonight, you move outside the covering of that wisdom. If you rest, you remain under it. You were meant to hear this at the exact moment you did. There are thousands who will scroll past messages like this. But you stopped. That means your spirit sensed alignment. That means this is personal. And now let me speak directly to your heart. If this message resonates with what you have been feeling in your body lately, do not keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about who has also been ignoring their health. Sometimes the message meant for you is also protection for someone connected to you. Like this video so more souls receive this warning in time. Comment below and declare, I choose alignment tonight. Your words create agreement. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already, because these messages are not random uploads. They are timely alerts. Join this growing spiritual family so you never miss when heaven speaks again. And before you think this is the end of the revelation, understand something powerful. There is a deeper spiritual root connected to your health pattern that has not yet been exposed. It is not just stress. It is not just fatigue. There is a spiritual cycle that has been repeating quietly in your life, and tonight it reaches a turning point. Hold your attention here, because what is about to be revealed next will connect your past experiences, your current physical signals, and a spiritual assignment you did not realize you were carrying. You will want to understand this fully before the night unfolds. Faithful one, what is being unveiled now grows deeper than physical symptoms or emotional exhaustion. The reason March 17th carries weight is because this is not only about your body. It is about a cycle that has been repeating in your life quietly, almost invisibly, until now. There is a spiritual pattern connected to stress in your story. Every time you approach growth, every time you step into greater responsibility, your body absorbs the pressure before your spirit celebrates the promotion. You advance externally, but internally you brace for impact. This has happened more than once. Think carefully. Each time something important was about to shift in your life, you felt drained instead of energized. You felt tension instead of excitement. The angels revealed that this pattern was noticed in the spiritual realm long ago. The first angel spoke about your resilience. You are strong beyond measure. You carry more than most people around you realize. But strength without release becomes strain. The second angel spoke about your calling. You are not ordinary. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is discernment. You feel atmospheres. You absorb emotions. You detect tension before others notice it. But when you do not clear what you absorb, your body becomes the storage room for spiritual residue. Then the third angel said something that caused Archangel Michael to step forward firmly. He said, "Tonight is a breaking point. Either the pattern ends or it intensifies. That is why this message is urgent. Archangel Michael does not tolerate cycles that limit destiny. He breaks chains before they harden into bondage. And the chain here is not dramatic, it is subtle. It is the habit of neglecting your body while serving everyone else. It is the quiet belief that you must endure silently. It is the idea that resting means falling behind. Tonight, heaven is correcting that belief. There is something serious that was forming, but not in the way fear would describe it. It was serious because it would have forced you to stop abruptly. A hell stare, a sudden overwhelming fatigue, a moment that would shake you into awareness. Not to harm you, but to wake you. However, mercy has intervened before the escalation. March 17th becomes a pivot, not a crisis. The spiritual root connected to your health pattern is over responsibility. You feel accountable for outcomes that were never fully yours to carry. You replay conversations. You overthink decisions. You attempt to control what belongs to God. And while your intentions are pure, your nervous system pays the price. Archangel Michael is cutting that invisible cord tonight. He's declaring that you are not the savior of every situation. You are not required to fix what others refuse to confront. You are not designed to sacrifice your well-being to prove loyalty. As this realization settles into you, your body begins to respond. Notice how your breathing shifts when you release control. Notice how your shoulders soften when you accept that some outcomes are not yours to manage. That is the beginning of healing. The angels are not only speaking about danger, they are announcing restoration. There is a recalibration happening in your physical system as you listen. Tension that builds slowly over weeks can dissolve in moments of spiritual alignment. Tonight, before you sleep, place your hand gently over your heart and speak peace over your body. Not fear, not suspicion. Peace. Your body listens to your voice. It responds to your declarations. Say, I release what is not mine to carry. My body rests under divine protection. Because the pattern ends when awareness begins. There is one more layer to understand. The enemy of your peace thrives on distraction. If you had not heard this message, you might have ignored the signals again. You might have pushed through the discomfort one more time. But heaven interrupted the routine. That interruption is love. You were never meant to burn out while fulfilling purpose. You were meant to walk in strength, not survive in exhaustion. And now, because you received this warning, the seriousness attached to tonight dissolves into a lesson instead of a crisis. The angels are no longer speaking with concern. They are speaking with relief. The shift has begun. If this message is speaking directly to your spirit, if you feel the weight lifting even slightly as you listen, then this is your confirmation. Type "My body is restored" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 317 has just been released over your health tonight. And as this code is activated, understand something sacred. When you support the spreading of messages like this, you are not just supporting a channel. You are helping warnings reach souls before crises unfold. You are helping divine interruptions arrive on time for someone who almost ignored their body one more night. When you sow into this mission through super thanks, membership, or even through the PayPal link in the description, you become part of the shield that protects others. Scripture declares, "Give, and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." This is not ancient text. This is God speaking directly into your present moment. As you release a seed, heaven releases protection over you. I believe the Lord is saying, if you build my message, I will build your house. Your act of giving becomes oil in the lamp of someone else's awakening. It becomes light in a dark hour. It becomes water in a dry season. Do not hesitate when your spirit nudges you. It nudges divine alignment. So where your soul is fed, strengthen what strengthens you. Activate your seed now. Beloved warrior of light, something has already shifted in the atmosphere around you since the last revelation. What was once forming as pressure is now being dissolved through awareness. But there is still a layer that must be uncovered, because the conversation between the three angels did not end with your physical body. It extended into your environment. The first angel turned attention away from you and toward your surroundings. The spaces you occupy daily carry energy. The room where you sleep, the place where you work, even the digital spaces you scroll through. All of these environments either calm your nervous system or quietly disturb it. And recently, your environment has been louder than your spirit. You may not realize how much external noise has been influencing your internal balance. Constant notifications, conversations filled with tension, news that stirs uncertainty, expectations placed on you without rest. Over time, this creates a low-level alert inside your body. It becomes your new normal. You forget what true calm feels like. That is why tonight carries significance. There is a window in this night where you could reset your atmosphere. Not dramatically, not with rituals or extremes, but with intentional stillness. Archangel Michael is not only guarding your physical health, he is clearing the spiritual static around you. Archangel Michael is known as a defender, but he is also a purifier of environments. When he steps into a space, confusion loses authority, fear loses voice, chaos loses permission. And tonight, he is standing at the threshold of your home. Have you noticed that sometimes you feel tired even when you did not exert yourself physically? That is environmental exhaustion. It happens when your spirit hath been filtering too much negativity. Even silent tension in a room can weigh on you. Even unresolved conflict between others can affect your body. One of the angels said something profound. The body reacts to what the spirit tolerates. You have been tolerating more than you should. You have allowed conversations that drain you. You have remained silent in moments when boundaries were needed. You have absorbed emotions that were never yours to carry. And while your intentions were peaceful, your body has been signaling imbalance. Tonight, the tolerance ends. There is a sacred authority returning to you. The authority to choose peace without guilt. The authority to disconnect without explanation. The authority to prioritize your well-being without apology. March 17th becomes a line in the sand. Before this night, you endured quietly. After this night, you protect intentionally. The angels are not asking you to isolate from the world. They are asking you to guard your atmosphere. Even something as simple as turning off unnecessary noise an hour earlier can shift your nervous system. Even choosing silence instead of reacting can reset your heart rate. And here is something deeper. Your body has been mirroring your environment. If your surroundings feel unstable, your internal system attempts to compensate. That compensation creates strain. But when your environment becomes calm, your body follows. Archangel Michael is clearing unseen tension tonight. But you must cooperate by making small physical adjustments. Dim your lights. Reduce screen exposure. Speak softly instead of sharply. Let your breathing slow naturally. You may feel an unusual wave of heaviness later this evening. Do not interpret it as weakness. It is your body releasing stored adrenaline. It is your nervous system realizing it no longer needs to remain on guard. The second angel spoke about your sleep specifically. Your sleep hath been shallow. Even when you close your eyes, your mind remains active. You replay scenarios. You anticipate problems. You rehearse conversations. This mental activity keeps your body from entering true restoration. Tonight, the assignment is different. Before you rest, forgive silently. Release silently. Let go without needing resolution. Resolution is not always required for peace. Sometimes surrender is enough. And here is the mystery that was almost overlooked. The serious event that could have happened tonight was not only physical. It was emotional overflow. A breaking point. A moment where accumulated stress would spill out in tears, anger, or panic. But because heaven warned you, the overflow becomes a gentle release instead of an explosion. This is divine mercy at work. Your body and spirit are interconnected. When one receives attention, the other heals. As you listen now, your shoulders may feel slightly lighter. Your breathing may feel deeper. That is not imagination. That is alignment. The angels are no longer speaking in urgency. They are observing stabilization. The energy around you is softer than it was when this message began. But the revelation is not complete. There is still a hidden layer connected to your purpose that explains why your body is so sensitive to stress in the first place. It is not random design. It is intentional wiring. An understanding that wiring will transform how you treat yourself moving forward. What you are about to discover next will change the way you see your health forever. Anointed soul, what you are about to understand will change how you see your body forever. The sensitivity you carry is not a flaw. It is not weakness. It is not fragility. It is design. The reason your body reacts strongly to stress is because you were wired for discernment. You are spiritually perceptive. You feel shifts before they fully manifest. You sense when something is wrong even when everyone else says everything is fine. That level of awareness is a gift, but if not managed wisely, it becomes overwhelming. The third angel revealed this truth clearly. Your nervous system is tuned like a finely crafted instrument. It detects subtle vibrations. That is why loud environments exhaust you. That is why intense personalities drain you. That is why unresolved tension makes your chest feel heavy. You are not overreacting. You are perceiving deeply. And because you perceive deeply, you must rest intentionally. Archangel Michael stood firm when this truth was spoken. He does not want you mislabeling your design as dysfunction. The very sensitivity that causes strain is also what makes you spiritually alert. It allows you to protect others. It allows you to respond quickly in crisis. It allows you to sense divine guidance in subtle ways. But here is the balance you were never taught. Discernment without boundaries leads to depletion. For years, you have allowed your gifts to operate without filters. You absorb moods. You internalize tension. You feel responsible for stabilizing environments. And while that makes you valuable, it also makes you vulnerable to exhaustion. March 17th is not just about preventing a health scare. It is about redefining how you handle your sensitivity from this night forward. The angels observe that whenever you ignore your internal signals, your body intensifies them. A small whisper becomes a louder discomfort. A slight fatigue becomes overwhelming tiredness. Not because your body is failing you, but because it is trying harder to get your attention. Your body is loyal. It has been protecting you by forcing pauses when your mind refused to rest. Tonight is different because you are listening willingly. There is something serious that was forming in the realm of stress response. When a sensitive nervous system remains overloaded, it can trigger sudden reactions. Rapid heartbeat, shallow breathing, sudden weakness. These reactions are not random attacks. They are the body's emergency brakes. But emergency brakes are not needed when you slow down intentionally. Archangel Michael is adjusting the pressure tonight. The angels are recalibrating what was overloaded. But the greater transformation is internal understanding. You are not meant to live in constant readiness. You are not assigned to fix every imbalance around you. You are not required to carry emotional storms that are not yours. When you begin filtering what you allow into your spirit, your body will stabilize naturally. Notice how often you say yes when you feel no inside. Notice how often you engage in conversations that already feel heavy before they begin. Notice how often you scroll through content that agitates your mind. Each of these small exposures accumulates. Your sensitivity magnifies accumulation. That is why rest for you must be deeper than physical sleep. It must be mental quiet, emotional boundaries, spiritual release. The angels are not warning you of doom tonight. They are educating you on stewardship. Your body is a vessel for purpose. It cannot carry destiny if it is constantly drained by unnecessary weight. There is also something profound happening in this moment. As you receive this truth, your nervous system is beginning to trust again. Trust that you will listen next time it whispers. Trust that you will not override its signals. Trust that you will honor its limits. And when the body feels heard, it relaxes. You may feel warmth in your chest. You may feel your breathing deepen without effort. That is alignment taking place. The seriousness attached to tonight has been downgraded to awareness. What could have escalated into a forced pause is becoming a chosen rest. That is divine intervention. But there is still a final dimension to uncover. The reason your health matters so intensely in the spiritual realm is because of what you are about to step into. There is an upcoming shift in your life that requires strength, clarity, and stability. The enemy of your peace attempted to exhaust you before you arrived at that shift. If your body had broken down, you would have doubted your capacity. You would have questioned your readiness. You would have delayed movement. Archangel Michael refused to allow that delay. What is approaching you is not harm. It is elevation. And elevation demands energy. In the next revelation, you will understand what this upcoming shift involves and why protecting your health tonight is directly connected to the doors that are preparing to open before you. Stay anchored in this awareness, because what is coming is not a warning anymore. It is preparation. Brave heart. The reason heaven intervened before tonight unfolded is because something significant is drawing near to your life. This is not about fear. This is about preparation. When elevation approaches, opposition often attempts exhaustion first. If the body is weakened, the mind becomes doubtful. If the mind is doubtful, opportunities look intimidating instead of inviting. The angels revealed that within the coming days, a door of responsibility and recognition will open before you. It may not look dramatic at first. It could appear as a conversation, an offer, an invitation, or even a new expectation placed upon you. But spiritually, it is expansion, and expansion requires stamina. Archangel Michael understood that if your health faltered tonight, you might step into that opportunity feeling fragile instead of confident. That is why he requested your attention urgently. "I need your 2 minutes only" was not about control. It was about timing. There is a difference between being tired from purpose and being drained from imbalance. Purpose fatigue restores after rest. Imbalance fatigue lingers even after sleep. What you have been experiencing recently is imbalance, not destiny. Heaven refuses to let imbalance sabotage what is being prepared for you. The first angel spoke of clarity. When your body is calm, your decisions become sharp. When your nervous system is steady, your voice carries authority. But when you are overstimulated, you second-guess yourself. You hesitate. You shrink. The second angel spoke of visibility. You are about to be noticed in a new way. This may relate to your work, your ideas, or even your spiritual growth. Attention can be a blessing, but it also brings pressure. If your internal foundation is not stable, attention feels threatening. If your health is steadied, attention feels empowering. The third angel spoke of endurance. The next chapter will require consistency. Not frantic effort, but steady presence. And steady presence comes from a regulated body and a peaceful mind. That is why tonight mattered so deeply. There was an attempt to overwhelm you before your moment arrived. A wave of stress. A sudden physical discomfort. A reason to withdraw. But because you paused and listened, the wave has softened. Understand this clearly. You are not fragile. You were simply overloaded. An overload can be corrected. March 17 becomes the night you chose restoration instead of reaction. Now, as this revelation settles into you, I want you to do something intentional. If this message is awakening something in your spirit, do not keep it private. Share this video with someone who hath been feeling drained without understanding why. Someone who is on the edge of opportunity but struggling with exhaustion. Your simple act of sharing could be the interruption that saves their momentum. Like this message if you feel the shift already happening within you. Your engagement helps this reach more souls who need warning before burnout. Comment below and declare, I am prepared for elevation. When you write it, you align your words with your future. Subscribe if you have not yet, because these revelations are not accidents. They are timely instructions. And if you feel led, become a member of this channel so you remain connected to messages that strengthen you before challenges arise. There is something else you must understand. Preparation does not always feel exciting. Sometimes it feels like slowing down when you want to rush forward. Sometimes it feels like resting when you want to prove yourself. But restraint tonight protects strength tomorrow. Archangel Michael is not only shielding you from harm, he is stabilizing you for increase. You may notice tonight that your body feels heavier earlier than usual. Honor that signal. It is recalibration. You may feel emotions surface gently. Eye them. They are clearing residue. You may feel a sudden desire for silence. Embrace it. Silence restores authority. The opportunity approaching you will test your boundaries. It will require you to say no where you once said yes automatically. It will require you to prioritize wisely. If you do not learn this now, your body will force the lesson later. Heaven prefers willing wisdom over forced correction. The seriousness attached to your health tonight has shifted into a protective pause. And this pause is sacred. Do not underestimate how strategic this intervention is. The enemy of your progress often attacks your stamina first, but your stamina has been guarded. The next revelation will uncover the exact area of your life where this elevation will begin to manifest. When you understand that, you will see why your health was targeted so precisely. Remain attentive because what is coming is not random. It had been scheduled. And now, you will be strong enough to step into it. Steadfast soul, the elevation that has been circling your life is closer than you think, and now it is time to uncover where it will manifest first. The angels shifted their focus from your body and environment to your path. Not your distant future, but your immediate steps. What is approaching you is connected to responsibility that aligns with your natural strengths, yet stretches your confidence. This will not arrive as chaos. It will arrive as opportunity disguised as pressure. You may be asked to lead where you once followed. You may be invited to speak where you once remained silent. You may be given influence in a space where your voice previously felt unnoticed. The reason your health was targeted is because this shift requires courage, clarity, and endurance. Archangel Michael stood at the center of the angelic discussion when this revelation surfaced. He guards assignments. When purpose is near, protection intensifies. The fatigue you felt recently was not proof that you are incapable. It was resistance attempting to delay your readiness. The angels revealed that the area most affected will involve communication. This could be in your workplace, your family, your ministry, or a creative idea you have kept hidden. There is something inside you that carries authority, but you have hesitated to fully express it. Not because you lack wisdom, but because you feared the weight of being seen. Visibility requires energy. If your body had been overwhelmed tonight, you would have withdrawn from what is coming. You might have declined the invitation. You might have postponed the decision. You might have doubted your own strength. But heaven intervenes so that when the moment arrives, you will not step back. There is also an emotional layer to this elevation. Someone around you has been observing your resilience. They have noticed how you handle pressure quietly. They have recognized your stability. And soon, they will approach you with trust. This trust will place you in a position of influence. Influence is not always loud. Sometimes it is subtle. A conversation that shifts direction. A suggestion that changes a plan. A decision that affects others. You are being positioned to impact more than you realize. That is why your nervous system had to be recalibrated. If your internal world is chaotic, external opportunity feels threatening. But when your body is calm, opportunity feels aligned. The angels also revealed that part of your hesitation in the past came from overthinking. You analyze outcomes. You consider risks. You anticipate rejection. This caution has protected you before, but now it must be balanced with faith. Overanalysis drains energy before action even begins. Archangel Michael is cutting through that hesitation. He's declaring that you are ready, not because you feel perfectly confident, but because you are prepared. The sensitivity that once overwhelmed you will now guide you. Instead of absorbing every emotion in the room, you will discern what matters and release the rest. Instead of saying yes automatically, you will choose strategically. Instead of carrying tension silently, you will communicate boundaries clearly. The shift begins internally tonight. As you rest, your body will continue adjusting. Your breathing will deepen. Your muscles will loosen. Your mind will slow. This is not random relaxation. It is preparation. You may wake tomorrow feeling slightly clearer than usual. Pay attention to that clarity. It is the beginning of alignment with what is approaching. There is also a warning hidden inside this blessing. Do not return to old patterns once you feel better. Do not mistake restored strength for unlimited capacity. Balance will be your protection moving forward. Rest must become rhythm, not emergency. The angels are no longer discussing prevention. They are discussing positioning. What is coming will require your presence, not your perfection. It will require your voice, not your silence. It will require your stability, not your strain. And you will be ready. The seriousness that hovered over tonight has dissolved into preparation. What could have been a moment of alarm has become a moment of awakening. What could have shaken your confidence has strengthened your awareness. The next revelation will reveal how this elevation connects to a spiritual mantle that has been forming over your life for longer than you realize. You will understand why your sensitivity, your endurance, and even your recent exhaustion were shaping you for something larger. Stay receptive, because the unfolding is not complete. The foundation hath been stabilized. Now the mantle will be revealed. Called and consecrated one, what is forming over your life is not accidental growth. It is a mantle, a spiritual responsibility that has been developing quietly through every season you survived. The exhaustion you felt was not only from stress, it was from carrying a calling without fully recognizing it. The angels spoke with clarity when this was revealed. They said you have been trained through pressure. Every challenge refined your discernment. Every disappointment strengthened your resilience. Every moment you thought you were breaking was actually shaping your spiritual authority. Archangel Michael stepped forward when the word mantle was spoken. He is not only a defender, he is a witness to assignments. When heaven entrusts someone with greater influence, protection increases. Not because danger dominates, but because purpose matters. Your body reacted strongly in recent weeks because your spirit was stretching into new territory. Growth is not always comfortable. When your influence expands, your internal system adjusts. It is similar to how muscles ache when strengthening. The ache is not injury. It is adaptation. There is a mantle of leadership forming over you. This does not necessarily mean a public platform or large audience. Leadership can manifest in subtle ways. It can mean becoming the stabilizing presence in your family. It can mean being the voice of wisdom in your workplace. It can mean guiding others spiritually without even realizing it. The reason your health was discussed so urgently is because leadership requires stamina. You cannot pour into others if your vessel is cracked from neglect. You cannot guide with clarity if your mind is clouded by unaddressed stress. Tonight, heaven recalibrated your vessel. The angels revealed that there was an attempt to intimidate you through physical discomfort. When the body feels unstable, confidence decreases. Doubt whispers louder. You begin to question your readiness. But that intimidation has failed. Instead of collapsing under pressure, you paused and listened. That pause activated protection. There is also something sacred about March 17th for you personally. It marks the end of an old pattern where you diminish yourself to maintain peace. From this night forward, your peace will no longer require self-sacrifice. Your health will not be the price you pay for harmony. Archangel Michael is sealing that declaration over you. As this mantle settles, you may begin to notice subtle changes in how others respond to you. Your words may carry more weight. Your presence may command more respect. Conversations may shift when you enter a room. Do not shrink from this. Do not deflect it. Accept it with humility. Leadership is not about dominance. It is about steadiness. The angels also revealed that your empathy will remain intact, but it will be balanced with wisdom. You will still care deeply, but you will no longer absorb everything. You will still support others, but you will not carry what belongs to them. This balance protects your health long term. The seriousness attached to tonight was never meant to frighten you. It was meant to awaken you before elevation intensified. Imagine stepping into leadership while exhausted and unaware of your limits. You would have burned out quickly. But now, you step forward informed and guarded. There is a spiritual authority rising within you, and it is calm, not chaotic. It does not rush. It does not strive desperately. It stands grounded. Before this revelation concludes, I want you to seal it with agreement. Type "I accept the mantle" in the comments if this resonates with your spirit. Blessing code 818 has now been activated over your calling and your health. And as this mantle rests upon you, understand something powerful. When you choose to support this mission, you are not funding content. You are fueling mantles. You are helping awaken leaders who almost burned out in silence. The word declares those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. This is not symbolic. This is living truth spoken over you right now. When you release a super thanks, join as a member, or sow through the PayPal link in the description. You are planting into soil that multiplies awakening. You become part of a river that carries warning, restoration, and purpose to thousands. Heaven sees seeds. Heaven responds to obedience. If this message strengthened you, and strengthen the flow that brought it to you, let your giving become oil that keeps this light burning. Act in alignment. Sow into the mantle that speaks to your soul. Awaken, soul. Now that the mantle has been accepted and the pressure has been recalibrated, there is one more dimension that must be revealed. Elevation does not only change how others see you, it changes how you see yourself. And this internal shift is where the final transformation begins. The angels turn their attention inward again, not to your body this time, but to your identity. For years you have carried strength quietly. You handled storms privately. You survived seasons that could have broken others. Yet deep inside, you still questioned whether you were truly capable of leading, guiding, or influencing at a higher level. That quiet self-doubt has been the last hidden weight on your system. Archangel Michael did not confront your exhaustion alone. He also confronted the narrative you have been repeating about yourself. The narrative that says, "I am not fully ready." The narrative that whispers, "What if I fail?" The narrative that keeps you slightly smaller than your true capacity. Understand this clearly. Your body reacts not only to stress but to belief. When you constantly brace for failure, your nervous system prepares for threat. When you anticipate rejection, your body tightens as if impact is coming. When you question your worth, your energy contracts. Tonight's intervention was not only about preventing a physical reaction. It was about interrupting a limiting identity. The angels revealed that your exhaustion in recent weeks was partially fueled by inner resistance. You sensed growth approaching, but part of you resisted it. Growth requires expansion. Expansion requires courage. Courage requires confronting old narratives. And confronting old narratives can feel uncomfortable. There is a reason March 17th stands as a turning point. It marks the night you stopped negotiating with self-doubt. It marks the night you recognize that your sensitivity is strength, your endurance is evidence, and your calling is not accidental. As this realization settles, something profound happens in the body. The shoulders lower. The jaw relaxes. The breath deepens. Confidence is not loud. It is calm. The seriousness that hovered over your health was connected to tension between who you were and who you are becoming. When identity shifts, the body adjusts. If you resist the shift, tension increases. If you accept it, alignment flows. The angels are no longer discussing prevention or preparation. They are discussing embodiment. You are not stepping into something foreign. You are stepping into what had been forming all along. Notice how your perspective is changing even as you listen. Situations that once intimidated you now feel manageable. Conversations you once avoided now feel possible. Responsibilities that once felt heavy now feel purposeful. This is embodiment. Archangel Michael is not only guarding your external path, he is reinforcing your internal foundation. When identity stabilizes, health follows. When self-trust increases, stress decreases. When you believe you are equipped, your body stops bracing for collapse. There is also a subtle warning embedded here. As you step into greater influence, not everyone will understand the shift. Some may prefer the smaller version of you. Some may resist your boundaries. Some may test your new confidence. Do not interpret their discomfort as proof you are wrong. Growth disrupts familiar dynamics. Your task is not to shrink to preserve comfort. Your task is to remain steady. The angels revealed that the final layer of protection over your health is self-honoring. When you honor your limits, you prevent overload. When you honor your intuition, you avoid unnecessary stress. When you honor your calling, you conserve energy for what truly matters. Tonight was not a warning of doom. It was a divine alignment, a recalibration, a redirection. The three angels who once spoke with concern are now speaking with assurance. The seriousness attached to your health has dissolved into clarity. The attempt to intimidate you has transformed into empowerment. And now, you stand different. The final revelation will seal this entire journey. It will show you how to maintain this balance long after tonight passes. It will reveal the rhythm you must adopt so that exhaustion never again becomes your teacher. Remain attentive. The transformation is nearly complete, and what comes next will anchor everything permanently within you. Radiant One, the transformation that began as a warning is now becoming a rhythm. What happened tonight was not meant to be a one-time rescue. It was meant to establish a new pattern for how you live, how you lead, and how you protect your health moving forward. The angels are no longer discussing crisis or elevation alone. They are speaking about sustainability. Because elevation without sustainability becomes burnout. And burnout was never your destiny. Archangel Michael is not only a defender in moments of danger, he is a guardian of long-term assignments. He does not fight battles just to win the night. He secures victory for the journey ahead. That is what is happening now. You must understand this clearly. Your body is not an obstacle to your calling. It is the instrument through which your calling flows. If the instrument is strained, the sound weakens. If the instrument is tuned, the sound carries power. Tonight was tuning. The angels revealed that the new rhythm required in your life will be built on 3 internal shifts. First, you will no longer ignore early signals. A slight fatigue will prompt rest, not resistance. A subtle emotional weight will prompt reflection, not suppression. A small boundary violation will prompt correction, not silent tolerance. Second, you will practice intentional pauses. Not forced breaks after collapse, but chosen pauses before overload. This rhythm will protect your nervous system from reaching emergency levels again. Third, you will detach from urgency that is not truly urgent. Many of the pressures that drained you were not life-threatening. They were expectations amplified by fear. You will now discern what truly requires immediate action and what can wait. This rhythm will feel unfamiliar at first. You have been accustomed to pushing through. Slowing down may feel counterproductive, but in truth, it is strategic. There is also something powerful the angels revealed. A serious health event that could have unfolded tonight was not random. It was designed to teach you what you are now learning voluntarily. When lessons are learned willingly, suffering decreases. Archangel Michael ensured that awareness came before escalation. As you step into the coming days, watch how situations unfold differently. Where you once felt rushed, you will feel composed. Where you once felt overwhelmed, you will feel steady. Where you once felt pressured, you will feel discerning. This is not temporary motivation. This is recalibration. And now listen closely. If this message has walked with you from the first revelation until now, do not disengage at this crucial moment. There are others who need this same awakening before exhaustion overtakes them. Share this video with someone who is constantly pushing themselves beyond healthy limits. Let this message interrupt their pattern the way it interrupted yours. Like this video if you feel the shift has already begun within you. Your engagement pushes this message into spaces where silent burnout is hiding. Comment below and declare, "I choose sustainable strength." Speak it publicly so your spirit agrees with your decision. Subscribe if you are not already connected, because these messages arrive with timing that is not accidental. And if you are ready to deepen your alignment, join this community as a member so you remain anchored in rhythms that protect your calling. There is still one final layer to seal. The angels spoke about gratitude as protection. When you appreciate your body instead of criticizing it, stress decreases. When you thank your body for carrying you, tension softens. Criticism tightens the muscle. Gratitude relaxes them. From this night forward, speak to your body with honor. Do not call yourself weak when you need rest. Do not label yourself lazy when you set boundaries. Do not shame yourself for slowing down. You are not stepping back. You are stepping wisely. The final revelation will anchor this rhythm with a spiritual seal so that what was adjusted tonight becomes permanent. It will close the cycle fully and release you into the next chapter with confidence and health aligned together. Stay present. The sealing is about to happen, and you will not want to miss how this concludes. Steady and chosen one. This is the moment where everything that unfolded tonight is sealed into permanence. What began as urgency has become understanding. What started as a warning has transformed into wisdom. And now, the final alignment must take place within you so that this shift is not temporary, but lasting. The angels gathered once more, not in concern, not in urgency, but in affirmation. The atmosphere around you is different now. Lighter. Clear. Stabilized. The seriousness that hovered over your health has dissolved because you responded with awareness instead of resistance. Archangel Michael stands not with a raised sword now, but with a lowered one. Protection has been established. The attack on your stamina has been neutralized. The attempt to overwhelm you before elevation has been intercepted. But sealing requires participation. The angels revealed that transformation becomes permanent when it is practiced beyond the moment of emotion. Inspiration fades if it is not anchored in action. That is why what you do tomorrow matters just as much as what you realize tonight. When you wake up, you will have a choice. You can return to rushing, overcommitting, and absorbing every external pressure. Or you can embody the rhythm that was revealed to you. Sealing happens in repetition. When you pause before reacting, you seal it. When you rest without guilt, you seal it. When you set a boundary calmly, you seal it. When you trust your discernment, you seal it. Your body will test this new rhythm gently. It will whisper instead of shout. If you listen to whispers, shouts will never be necessary again. There is something profound you must understand. The serious event that could have manifested tonight was not only physical discomfort. It was the continuation of a cycle that would have followed you into your next level. Exhaustion would have trailed your elevation. Doubt would have accompanied your opportunity. Strain would have overshadowed your influence. But now, the cycle is broken before it traveled with you. March 17th becomes a spiritual marker. Not the night something went wrong, but the night something was corrected. The angels are affirming your readiness. You are no longer stepping into what is ahead from a place of depletion. You are stepping forward from a place of recalibrated strength. There is also a deeper spiritual truth revealed in this sealing. Your body is not separate from your calling. It is the ground where your calling walks. When you care for it, you honor the assignment placed upon your life. Archangel Michael's presence throughout this message was not accidental. He intervenes when destiny is near and stamina is under threat. He defends what heaven is appointed, and you have been appointed for impact. Now listen carefully. The next chapter will not be chaotic. It will be strategic. You will notice yourself thinking more clearly. You will notice your reactions becoming measured instead of impulsive. You will notice that situations which once overwhelmed you now feel manageable. This is not coincidence. It is alignment maintained. But do not grow passive after this revelation. Remain intentional. Alignment is a daily choice. Strength is a daily stewardship. Peace is a daily protection. You may encounter moments in the coming weeks where old patterns attempt to return. A sudden pressure, an unexpected demand, a wave of fatigue. When that happens, do not panic. Do not assume you are regressing. Simply return to the rhythm revealed tonight. Pause. Breathe. Discern. Adjust. That is sealing in action. The angels are satisfied. The recalibration is complete. The mantle rests steadily upon you. Your health is guarded not by fear, but by wisdom. And now, there is only one final declaration left. A release. A blessing. A command that sends you forward fully aligned. Prepare your spirit. The closing is not an ending. It is a commissioning. Chosen and strengthened soul. This is the commissioning moment. What began with urgency has now become authority. What started as a warning about your health has unfolded into a revelation about your destiny. Tonight was never meant to frighten you. It was meant to realign you before elevation fully arrives. The three angels who once discussed your body with concern are now standing in agreement over your stability. The tension that was forming has been dissolved. The cycle of silent exhaustion has been interrupted. The seriousness that could have unfolded into a health scare has transformed into wisdom that will guard you for years to come. Archangel Michael now speaks not as a defender in battle, but as a commander releasing you forward. His words over you are clear. You are preserved for purpose. Your stamina has been protected because your assignment requires endurance. Your clarity has been restored because your next steps require confidence. March 17th will not be remembered as a night of fear. It will be remembered as the night you listened. The night you chose awareness over denial. The night you allowed heaven to interrupt a pattern before it became pain. From this moment forward, you walk differently. You will not ignore early signals in your body. You will not dismiss subtle stress as normal. You will not sacrifice your health to maintain appearances. You will not carry burdens that were never assigned to you. You have learned that sensitivity is not weakness. It is discernment. You have learned that rest is not laziness. It is strategy. You have learned that boundaries are not rejection. They are protection. The angels are sealing this transformation permanently. Your nervous system has been recalibrated. Your mindset has been corrected. Your rhythm has been restructured. The attempt to exhaust you before your elevation has failed. And now you are commissioned. When opportunity approaches, you will meet it with steadiness. When responsibility increases, you will carry it with balance. When visibility grows, you will remain grounded. Your health will no longer be your vulnerability. It will be your foundation. If this entire journey has spoken directly to your spirit, seal it now with agreement. Type "I walk in divine strength" in the comments if you receive this commissioning. Blessing code 1212 is now activated over your body, your mind, and your calling. And now, as this message closes, hear this final prophetic invitation. The same way heaven intervened for you tonight, there are countless souls on the edge of exhaustion who need this interruption. When you release a super thanks, step into membership, or sow through the PayPal link in the description. You are not giving to a channel. You are sending rescue before collapse. You are lighting a lamp in someone else's midnight hour. The Lord declares, as you water others, you yourself will be watered. This is not poetry. This is promise. When you sow into the spreading of His word, you step into covenant overflow. Your seed becomes oil that keeps revelation flowing. Your obedience becomes a shield over your own household. I believe God is saying to you right now, build my voice in the earth, and I will build stability in your life. This is your moment to respond prophetically. Do not delay obedience. Do not ignore the stirring in your spirit. If this message strengthened you, strengthen the mission that carried it to you. Sow into this ground. Activate your seed. Move now in faith and watch heaven respond. You are guided. You are restored. You are commissioned.